out there on the Friday, did some testing, which went really well. The car behaved itself reasonably well. Soon found out that we had suspension weaknesses, shall we say, with the current Evo suspension that we got on there. Couldn't stiffen on the back nearly as much as we wanted to. Speaking to some of the guys who have got experience with them, there's a few things we can do to stiffen them up, but effectively that's just a weakness of the Fiat Uno, really. So we've still got lots of understeer in the car, but you know, we're able to drive around that to some extent. So come Saturday morning, we got into qualifying. It was a split session, so I got out on the track, did the warm up, and then went for it from the beginning, and got a 40.3, I think, which was better than we did on the testing on the Saturday by about 7 or 8 tenths, which is really good. Then the red flag, which meant come in the pits, check pressures, all that kind of stuff. Let everybody else go out when the lights changed to green, and then had 2 really clear laps on my own, which meant I could get a 40.0, and then I managed a 39.7. So I was really pleased with it. So that bagged us 3rd in class and 5th, starting 5th on the road in the Alfa Romeo grid. So they, for the race, split the grids. So the Porsche started first, and then there was about a 20-second gap, and then they let the Alfa Romeos go. So, you know, dicks about with pressures, damper settings, that kind of stuff, and you know, brimmed a tank full of fuel. Wasn't quite sure whether we'd make the end of the race, and you know, had to put the thoughts of oil temperatures to the back of my mind and just hope nothing went bang. And yeah, headed out, got to the grid, made a reasonable start. The revs slightly bogged down on the getaway, but yeah, it was okay. Didn't
place overall, but leading the class. James Swaits is 5th place overall and 2nd in Power Trophy. Richard Thurbin, meanwhile, looks to have had a coming together with what was the Line 2-4 leader, Peter Smith. Now then, there's damage on the left rear, and there's damage also on the left front of Richard Thurbin's car. So the Fiat Uno Turbo, sadly, won't make the flag because he pulls the number 90 car off the road, damage to the left front and off into the field. Not too far, I hope. And then Peter Smith, I'm afraid, will have lost the lead to Hugh.
Coming into the first corner, there was a move down the inside, but the gap was always going to close, and there's no point being a hero on the first corner. It's hiding to nothing, really. And had a bit of a messy first lap. Got out dragged down the straights. Pretty much dropped back down to 5th, which was really frustrating. And the timing of the Fiat's all on the brakes and the corner entry compared to the other cars around me, because they're so much heavier, and it's difficult to do that when you're right behind someone, and then on the straights they just pull away. I haven't looked at the video. Maybe I drove it a bit, lost some time when I didn't need to, that kind of stuff. I don't know, I'll have to give myself some bollockings later. But anyway, we're settled down into 5th. I was hunting Jamie in his lovely 155, gapping him around the corners and braking, but he was pulling out again on the straights. And then we come up to a couple of Porsche 928s. So we had a split grid with the Porsches. By looking at their lap times, I was about 2 to 3 seconds a lap quicker than them. So I think I got up to them on lap 10 or 11. And got past one okay. It kind of held me up a bit through the twisties. And then the other one was going... So before I reached the Porsches, I think, and again I'll have to check the video, I think at some point we had a suspension strut failure. So I'll put the pictures in the video. So at some point in the race, the damper strut, where it connects to the hub, the suspension twisted, which caused the wheels, not only to the wheel that happened on the caster, to ram the wheel forwards and then started rubbing on the bumper. The second problem was the wheels that were pointing that way. So if you look at the steering wheel, when I'm going down straight, sometimes the steering wheel I have to turn like a quarter of a turn to the right to go in a straight line, and then you go down the left hand corner and you have to have the steering wheel a quarter turn to the left to go down a straight, going straight down the road, which clearly is a bit wrong. And that caused a bit of instability in the braking. And I did try and tweak the bias a bit, but obviously it's difficult kind of getting it right when you're focusing on racing and overtaking and chasing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, coming out to this Porsche, coming into Tower Bend, there's a little bump on the entry. You can't brake too hard over that bump because it unsettles the rear. That's exactly what happened to me. So I was alongside this Porsche, went over this bump and locked the rear wheels, caught it, and then it snapped back, and then I lost the car. It was game over then. And I ended up clouting the rear of this Porsche 928, which put me out of the race. I probably could have carried on, but the bumper was hanging off, and I was a bit worried that the rad was smashed. It's not always obvious that you've dinged a rad, and I blew up an engine at Castle Coombe, with a relatively minor shunt, but it just cracked the radiator, lost all the coolant, and then obviously overheated and blew up the engine. So I didn't want to do that. Pulled over, feeling a bit sorry for myself and for the Porsche guy that I hit. So got a DNF. I got called to the clerk of the course. Admitted fault straight away because it was completely my fault, and went up and apologised to the guy. They gave me a verbal reprimand for causing the collision, which was fair enough, really. We didn't actually realise what happened to the suspension this time. Kind of bodged the car back together and it was ready to go, but then when we took the wheel off, we found the problem with the damper, so kind of finished the weekend then. So we drew from race 2, which is going to kick off in about half an hour, and I'm on my way home. So I think that's probably going to be it for the Fiat for this year. I think what was really good about this weekend is it showed where the car's really good and where it's lacking. And with 140 horsepower at the wheels, the guy who put it on pole and won the race 1 has got 240 something horsepower at the wheels. Now obviously he's got more weight, but however hard you drive, you're not going to make up that sort of deficit just by last of the late braking. So obviously need a new damper now, and you can't just get one done, you have to get both done, and there's no point putting some shiny Avos on it again. So you're going to use it over the winter. Going to get some probably in-tracks, 1 or 2 way adjustables on it, and they'll be strong enough to deal with the current slicks, and do some reasonable modifications to the engine. So pour the head, put a bigger cam in it, get an exhaust made up for it to allow it to breathe better, and get the Motec ECU put on there, and then map it up to 170 or whatever the limit is of the wheels, and then I think it can be competitive and do quite well. So probably won't see anything on this for until the winter when we get round to making those fixes. In the meantime, got a clutch on order for the Lancia, and should be out later in the year in that car. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and catch you soon.